Alright, welcome back. My name is DeathRaye, and I am starting up my multiplayer game in Experimental 8.0 of Empyrion Galactic Survival. Say this will be the third show, I think? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's third. Okay, and live we are. Alright, so looks like those that are on here with me have been doing some work yesterday since I wasn't able to get on. They got a bunch started and done. That's always a good thing. Also, part 2 came out today, which would, of course, bug fixes and balancing, so forth and so on, went through, and it looked like a lot of the balances were probably balances that needed to be done. For instance, your food bar doesn't go down as fast. So you're not using your food up as fast. Cold and radiation have a slower effect than they did. So you don't get as cold or get effects of radiation as quickly um, that way. So those were probably extremely good and needed things. And of like us, and there's a whole list. You can go read the list off from the um, sorry, mentally distracted. From the webpage of Empyrion, the forums area. So, because there's a very very long list, and it would take me forever to read, because I just don't read so good. Um, yeah, I prefer those audiobooks. They just work out better for me. Getting old, eyes eyes aren't what they used to be. Mind's not as sharp as it used to be. That kind of stuff. So, yeah, I don't need the tent. The tent really doesn't do much for you in multiplayer, to be perfectly honest. Not really needed. Hi, Nightbot. How you doing? Welcome back. Yes, you heard me right. I said Nightbot. Alright, let me get my gum out of my mouth. I'm pretty sure that was annoying hearing me chomp on that. Alright, so, when I left last, one of the things I said I needed to get done was to build a ship. There is like a basic ship here that Decade created for anybody to use, but yeah, I'm kind of partial to, you know, my own things. So I've got a real basic starter ship, and then I've got an early jump ship. Um, kind of ugly, but it functions. That's the point. Um, so I need to figure out what materials I need. Let's see. Small jump. Might as well work on that. Okay, 388 iron. Alright. Almost need to remember. Well, alright. Where did I not get? How'd I got them? Okay. Alright, so I need 388. So here's 340. 42. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alright, so we got iron out of the way. Copper. Eight. $188. All right. Start production. 34 minutes, 40 seconds. Okay. Throw that all in there. Okay, so in 35 minutes I'll have my new ship. It's jump capable, so I'll be able to go out and get a few things done. Now, something I probably need to double check is small ship. Yes, I have the Gatling gun, so I should be able to make some ammo, which somebody has already done. Well, that was very nice of them. Start. That's over here and ready. Alright, let's see, what else am I gonna need to do? Alright, I got the T2 drill already. Now let's go ahead and use 3 points and get that. I'm close to 12. Yeah, I'm 11, so as soon as I get 12, then I can get the first one of that. That'll be helpful. I was worried about the hovers right now. Those are pretty important. Let's wait on that. Ready to build a... may need a repair station, so I'll go ahead and get that. Which should have unlocked it on this side. Yep. Advanced constructor. Got that. Lights. Might need that. Generator. Might need that. Oxygen station. Might need that. Fuel tanks. Might need that. Hey, it's local. So they decreased the maximum amount from 20 to 15. And I know they increased the output, but it doesn't say how much. And it also doesn't say whether it's 15 total or if it's 15 divided between both the small and the large panels. Or if you can have 15 of each. We may have to test that out later. Okay. Alright, while I'm waiting, let's... Donut is so funny. He takes a perfectly good ship and then puts all this around it. And there's level 12. Dun 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 dun. Now, usually I have or had a very unique, precise way that I planted certain plants. But with the new system, I'm gonna have to end up going back through there and trying to figure out what to do now. I have a strange feeling I'm gonna have to have a whole lot of spice. See what does vegetables? These give vegetables. Is that? Yeah, I was wondering what that gave. I was thinking it was still texture plant stuff. "22 minutes remaining." 23. So I guess I'm just waiting on that. Hey, who that? Ooh, somebody's on here. Mr. Donut. Mr. Donut's on here.
User was moved to your channel.
Hi, Donut.
Jesus. So,
I saw you.
yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Oh, look, the Origins actually let me get into them today.
The what?
The wire generators?
Well, you
For
know
some reason, like 2
update
days
today.
ago. Oh, there was?
Yes. A
Okay.
bunch of bug fixes, a bunch of balances.
Balances of what?
Food. It doesn't take as much. The food bar doesn't go down as fast.
Okay.
Cold, radiation, same thing. You're not affected with cold and radiation as fast. So just a lot of bug fixes and a lot of balancings.
Okay.
Now, one thing I would like to know is they'd mentioned adding a couple of POIs to to the map, and I'm curious if they will add to current maps or if it's an update that will only activate after a new map has been made. That's one of my curiosities.
Yeah, that would
So,
be.
so
Look
somewhere
at.
somewhere close, supposedly there is supposed to be a POI near the spawn location. And that's just
Okay.
something about the drones are different. They activated different. I guess the resupply or reactivation of drones doesn't happen until, if I read it correctly or understand it correctly, 50 meters from the POI. So if you get within 50 meters of the POI, then the resupply of drones gets activated.
Okay.
Also, their patrol around the POI has been moved from 200 meters to 600 meters, I think. If I remember, if I read that right. And I'm waiting on my ship to finish. Oop, I got hot. I was standing too close to the generator. I might have a bunch of food in there.
Oh, they add in a icon for XP.
What do you mean an icon?
Well, you know how at the bottom left it usually said +3, like copper or crushed stone, and plus like 6 XP.
Mm-hmm.
Now they actually have icons at the bottom left of it.
16 minutes. That's gonna be a long ass 16 minutes, isn't it?
Yep. What ship you making?
One of mine.
SV,
Yeah, SV. It's jump capable also.
Okay.
Butterfly. Oh, this is going to be the longest 16 fucking minutes. Now 9 minutes. Damn. That was some long 6 minutes.
Okay. You said 16 minutes, right? And now you have 9?
That's what it says.
Okay. Wouldn't that be 7 minutes? That you just did?
Well, it said 19. I just went back and looked, and it said 9.
Oh, it said 19. I thought it said 16.
No, 16 is what I said.
You just said 19, though.
No, 9. 9 left.
We have a bot. We can go back.
There we go. 4 minutes.
Nice.
One minute, 30 seconds. Ten seconds. Ding. We're frack.
What?
Is that dam? You have to have a spot to put it down, turned on.
Go grab some wood and make a wood platform.
What the hell? gotta be difficult, doesn't it? I think they should change that. If you're within a certain distance of your base, that it should go down. You know?
Yeah. It'd be nice.
Okay.
My chainsaw.
Wood. We're back in channel.
All right. Okay, dimensions are 17 by 6. Okay, 17. Shouldn't be. Yeah, that should be. 1, 2. Should be enough. That should be enough. Why is shit missing? Why is it all fucked up? What the hell? It is all fucked up. Alright. Wait a second. Where in the hell is my multi-tool? My multi-tool's missing. Oh, what's up with that shit? Okay. take to do an advanced constructor? Flux coil. What does it take to make a flux coil? Sathium neodymium. Right, so we need sathium and neodymium. I guess I never made any of those. I made charges for it, which aren't there. Oh, it's visually glitched. Because I'm... Alright, let's try logging off and doing it that way. Let's see if that works. Well, fixed part of the problem. The resters are still not there. There's also something else missing. What is it? See, thresher there, thresher there, thresher there, thresher there. Okay. This goes in the corner somewhere. Not that back, that far, is it? What's supposed to be back there? there. Oh, wait a second. There is something there. It says the thruster's there. Supposed to be there. Supposed to be there. Wait. You're supposed to be there. And you're supposed to be there. Well, crap. I can't put them in without being able to see them. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, yeah, there's a thruster there. That's why it's open. Oh. Okay, so thought I had fuel on me. Alright, so I can see the thruster lights, just still can't see the thrusters. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Okay, so just found another bug that we're going to have to report. The thrusters are not visually showing up even though they're there. See, the ship still flies, and when it's on you can see the jets, but you can't see the thrusters themselves, so something we need to report, I guess. Well, that sucks. Also realized I fucked up. I left the side thrusters off the ship. There's no side thrusters on this thing whatsoever. So I'm gonna roll today. So we can put a side thruster there. Same thing on this side. So I need to make at least two. Come on, go faster, go faster. I don't think I have any patience today. Just seems like everything's going in extra slow motion today. Bloodlord, what's going on, brother? See, it says it's there, but it's just not showing up visually. Alright. See, now I got left and right. Forward, reverse, up, down, left, and right. Okay. Now I'm playing with all cylinders. Say earlier I wasn't playing with all cylinders. Okay, I wonder if... Okay, so back, if you look straight out from the ship, see the rolling fog right at the... See how it's going up the mountain? I wonder if that's my visual range. It is. That's actually kind of cool. Gives you an idea of what your distance is and where, if you need to move to like see a different section, or like if you're trying to do a grid search. Alright. Doesn't look like the world's coming in like it's supposed to. Or is this the top of the map? Oh, it's the top of the map. Okay. Alright, so they got rid of the green and the red walls, and this is what we're looking at. So it's going to end up being a blank spot, but at least you don't have to like try to go around the big red borders on the top. You can go across them and supposedly come out the other side. So let's give this a shot and see what happens. Now you can't build in this section at all, which I'm not totally sure why you would want to with the way it looks. Alright, what just happened? Did I get turned around or... Alright, and that's the other side. Because if we go and do a 180, there's all the stuff. I came across at an angle, and then once I got in here, I angled out to follow the groove lines. So it works. We can go straight across it now. confused by this picture. See, I can't tell with the fog. The fog's not on this side, does it? So now I'm not sure what my visual range is. Unless the fog, that's the fog ahead of me. Okay, if that's the case, then that's the fog on the edge, meaning my visual range is about right here. So I can physically see that far out. Where my radar is probably only out to here. I'm definitely liking the new procedural maps a whole lot better. Of course, I think with the planets being bigger, it actually makes it a lot easier to do the procedural maps and still have larger biomes and more variety throughout the whole map. Oh, found a Prometheum. Oh, it's a big one too. I have to go in for that one. Alright, temperature 17, so I'm not gonna freeze. Good. Hello? I heard the doorbell, but nobody new came in. Ah, okay, so now that's what they mean by icons. So down here in the lower left-hand corner, they've got icons now for XP instead of just verbiage. So it's easier to see how much XP you're getting for, like, mining and so forth. Nice. And then, of course, the icon for the crushed stone. So that you can see how much crushed stone you're getting, or what the differences are straight off the bat. Very good. I just realized I didn't bring any food with me. You know what? I just thought of something. This might be a good place to put an auto miner. Yeah, let's leave this alone. Since I don't have any food anyway. Okay, let's mark it as a waypoint so I can get back to it and know where it is. And we'll use an auto miner. That way it doesn't deplenish and we can still keep going. Oh. That wasn't smart. Wrong key. Alright, so. I think I was heading in that direction if I remember correctly. So we'll come back to this. Yes, with the bigger planet, becomes more area to search for resources. I haven't figured out quite yet how to determine or dictate the amount of resources, other than, of course, the basic configuration of making it um, easy, normal, hard. Um, But yeah, it's a lot harder to find resources in the big nodes. Now they did add, and there are a lot of them, small rocks that are littered across the planet. So you can get your basic iron, cobalt, and silicon from individual rocks across the planet. Now, unlike 7.0, where the big rocks gave you your all your random materials. The big rocks give you stone, and then there are smaller rocks that are color coded to the iron, the cobalt, and the silicon, and they only give you iron, cobalt, and silicon. Um, like for instance, in the plains, you're going to find more cobalt than you are, or not cobalt, copper than you are iron or silicon. In the hills, you're going to find a crap load of silicon and very little iron, or if iron at all. I think you'll find a little copper in the hills, but it's mainly going to be silicon. So the types of iron ores that you're going to find in the rocks are going to also be biome specific. So once you get used to which biomes produce what, then it'll be a lot easier to find. It's going to be farming, tedious, to actually mine them up, but it's not hard, and it's not an it doesn't make it impossible. So it's still a decent system. Also, one thing that I've noticed is the minute we got on the planet, it wasn't very long afterwards that we heard a meteorite hit. So I think that the meteorites are going to hit faster than what we're used to in previous versions. Oh, this is probably the biggest update they've ever done, with the most changes and the most of what players were looking for. Bigger Planets, in my book, was the largest and most exciting thing I was looking for, me personally. But I mean, the changes they've made, I mean, they're really listening to the community. They're really paying attention, and they're trying to get what people are looking for, and it's freaking awesome. Also, with Bigger Planets, the POIs are spread out. It almost feels like they're non-existent. Something I think they're going to need to work on or ramp up is the NPC animals. They're probably going to have to increase the number, because with the Bigger Planet, it feels a lot more sparse than it did with the smaller planet. You don't seem to run into as many animals when you're out roving, and that includes the hostile ones too. And this is one of the random setups. So this isn't Akua. This is a temperate world because they only have one starter planet set up so far, and it's only temperate, but it's the random generation setup. So I wanted to see what and how it would look when it was random, and this is what you're looking at. I'm really liking it. Biomes are bigger, rolling hills, mountains, and a good variety of those. Come to think about it, I haven't been underwater yet. I might want to do that here pretty soon. I'd like to see what they've got under there. I'm going to end up doing a video, a startup video for when you first get down, because there are a lot of changes. For instance, when you land with very little. The advantage is they've added what they call a suit constructor. So in your suit, you have a limited constructor that you can use, and it also allows you to use, let's see if I've got it on me, yes, a survival tool. And that's your survival tool right there. It's a basic, I mean, 3-option survival tool that's free to create. Doesn't take any ammo whatsoever, because what it uses is your endurance, or yeah, your endurance. So let's see, it says stamina. Okay, so it uses 7 stamina per tick, and it's a nice balance. It makes it makes it not an OP weapon at all. It takes a while to utilize the weapon, but it's, you know, but it's functional. So the very first thing you're looking at doing when you land is immediately start looking for plants to pick up. Food is a big priority in the game now. Survival, and that's something they said they were wanting to do, is make the survival a lot more intense, and they've definitely done that. See, I think when I landed, it wasn't but maybe 20-30 minutes, and I was dead for the first time because I starved. Which, if you want to see this is my 3rd stream. So if you want to see the first 2 streams, you can go to YouTube. My name's DeathRaye, or Mr. DeathRaye. I think in the URL it's just DeathRaye. But you can see the first 2. The first one's like 4 hours and 30 minutes, and the second one's like 3 hours and 50 minutes or something like that. But you can see our first 8 hours of gameplay if you want to go back and look at it. Where's the sun? Not even close to me. Like I've been traveling in the dark for hours. Alright, sorry guys, I was on the phone. I hate to say it, but I'm gonna have to take off for a little bit. A little emergency just popped up. I will be back on probably, hopefully, if everything goes right, around 7:30, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So sorry about that. I hate to run on you, but I will be back, and I appreciate y'all coming by. So please hit that follow button so you know when I pop back on, so you can come back. I'd appreciate it if you did, so we can talk some more. Thanks, you guys. I hate to do it, like I said, but yeah, you know how it goes. Sometimes you just gotta go when you gotta go. Y'all have a good one.